sorry, I just had to do it. Listen though, seriously, you can call me Gage and I'll be teaching you guitar. So, let's get started somewhere near the beginning, such as open chords. So, what is a chord? Well, chords are built on top of triads. Tri meaning 3 unique notes. An open chord, on the other hand, utilizes these 3 notes, but also contains 1 or more open strings, and oftentimes will repeat those 3 notes. For instance, here's an E minor chord played in the open position. Even though I played all 6 strings, there are still only 3 unique notes. Chords also come in 4 different flavors: major, minor, diminished, and augmented. Here are the steps to construct a chord. There are only 12 notes on a guitar, and those 12 notes are repeated all over the neck. Now let's pick any note, such as C, and we'll call that our root note. If we want to create a C major chord, we need to know the 7 notes of the C major scale. To create a C major triad, we choose the root note, the major third, and the perfect fifth, giving us C, E, and G. So, playing those notes in an open chord format looks like this. If you wanted to create a C minor triad, the formula is root note, minor third, and perfect fifth. There's only 1 note that is different. A diminished triad is the root note, minor third, and a diminished fifth. And an augmented triad is the root note, major third, and an augmented fifth. For our performance, we're going to create a 4-chord progression utilizing major and minor chords. Now in the future, we're going to get way more into music theory behind all this stuff, but now that should sum it up. Now let's talk technique. How do you actually play an open chord? Well, first, you need to know where to place your digits. Chord diagrams typically look like this. The numbers correspond to your fingers, and these 6 vertical lines correspond to the strings, starting with the thick low E on the left, and the spaces between are your frets. So, to play this E minor chord, we place our 2nd finger here on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and our 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And we also play all 4 of the other strings. If this is your first time trying to play a chord, your fingers will likely hurt. This is a normal part of the process. Keep playing every day, and within a week or 2, you'll develop those good old calluses and it will no longer hurt. Now that you know how to play an E minor chord, give it a shot and try to strum it. Yours probably doesn't sound as good as mine, and that could be due to a few reasons. First, make sure your guitar is in tune, duh. Second, you need to make sure you're placing enough pressure on the string to get it to ring out. But also remember, you only want to press as hard as you have to in order to get a clean tone. And third, you need to make sure your fingers aren't unintentionally muting nearby strings. Notice how my fingers are perpendicular to the fretboard. That's what you want. Now, I have created a progression, which is just a few chords that you play sequentially that will help you play open chords. The first chord is E minor, the next chord is G major, the 3rd chord is C major, and the 4th and final chord is A minor. And instead of strumming these chords, we're going to arpeggiate them, which simply means picking 1 string at a time. This will help ensure that every playable note of that chord sounds nice and crisp. I'm going to show you exactly what this sounds like right now, and then I want you to follow along and play this part with me as a part of our performance. You're going to see just how insanely musical something so simple can be that you can be a part of while you're learning open chords. So, here's how it goes. All right, do you think you can do it? You're going to play this chord progression for a total of 4 times. Keep playing the same thing over, and I'll take over the other guitar parts. Now, to the performance. Alright, you keep playing those same 4 chords 3 more times, and I'm gonna do something a little bit different. We're halfway through, play that 2 more times, and I'm gonna take off the training wheels, no more diagrams. That was amazing! Now it's your turn to earn these badges and experience points by uploading your performance at RiffScape.com. Visit the Open Chords Challenge, download the backing track, and record yourself playing. Think of RiffScape as your personal guitar portfolio to showcase your awesome skills. Also, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be uploading a lot more challenges for beginners, intermediate, and advanced players. So, until next time,